Webinars are easy, and today I'm going to prove it to you. This is exactly how I've generated more than $400,000 with webinar funnels alone. I'm going to break down the entire framework for you guys, and even if you've never ran a webinar before, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to do it. So there are 4 pieces to this puzzle, and this is how I make simple webinars that print money. So first things first, traffic. So when it comes to traffic, there are 2 main sources. You can either go paid or organic. Now, it's not really a question of, either or. It's more of a question of, just this and this. You should be doing both. Now, why am I saying how to gamble on webinars with house money? So when you're starting with webinars, the ideal scenario is that you want to launch them first on organic traffic to, validate them. If you don't have organic traffic, it's completely fine. Keep watching this video. I'm going to show you exactly how to make it even if you don't have organic. But if you do have organic, it's always good to, again, validate the funnel, validate your offer, and, just run a test run through organic, basically, where, you're going to get some money in, which is what I call house money, which, you then can go to the casino and spend on, Mr. Zuck. Now, obviously, it's not going to be a complete gamble if you're starting from scratch, but, obviously, I'm going to be honest, webinars are not the easiest to crack on ads, on the first run, because the feedback loop is simply, a little longer than, for example, a VSL call funnel. You're basically spending money for a week, not even knowing exactly how much you're going to get back. Whereas with call funnels, you get the feedback loop fairly quickly. Again, with this funnel, it's, there's just a lot more moving parts basically, and there's just a lot of time between you spending money and you actually seeing the returns. So if you can, again, launch it on organic, you can reinforce the organic one with some paid ads, you can do some retargeting, super simple stuff. But it's always better to, have this house money to spend on ads, because obviously then, you're not gonna get scared as much because you're not just using all that money from your pocket, and you have some house money to spend with and to test with. Because again, paid webinars are not the easiest to crack on the first run. You're gonna need a couple runs, and if you can do the first test run with organic, make sure everything's smooth, it'll just make your life a little bit easier. But again, if you don't have organic, it's not a problem at all. You can jump straight to paid, and in this video I'm going to break down exactly the key things that you need. So in case you do have organic, do a 7 to 10 day launch, post it on your stories, create reels with a ManyChat CTA, post it on your YouTube, change all your links, email about it, just push it everywhere that you can. It's a big event, so you want as many people as possible. And if you've never ran one before, you're about to make a lot of money, because a lot of people have different conversion mechanisms. If you've been pushing a VSL call funnel for a year, this is something new, and you can basically scoop out every single person that has been on a call, didn't convert, opted in, didn't convert, or for whatever reason they just don't want to hop on a one-on-one call. This is a perfect place for them, right? So that's your traffic, organic, paid. So number 2, which is the offer, which is very, very important if you're trying to run paid. So with your offer, and I'm going to talk about paid specifically, no one cares about you, and no one even really likes you, because they have no idea who you are, right? Like when you're running an organic webinar and when you're pushing an offer to organic, right, the people are buying into you, not really obviously your offer as well, but mostly they're buying into you because they know you, they like you, they trust you. But with paid, they have no idea who you are, right? They don't care about you. So you really got to make sure that your offer is good and your positioning is good and everything around it is, just bulletproof, right? So how you do that is step number 1, you need to define your ICP. Now, you need to understand exactly who you're talking to. And, I don't only mean, demographic, also the 19 to 25, not all that. You need psychographics, pain points, objections, buying triggers, limiting beliefs, all this stuff in order to understand your ICP, right? It's not just the age and what they do for work. You need to understand every single thing. You need to know exactly how that person thinks. What is he thinking about when he goes to sleep? And based on all that, you're going to craft your messaging, your offer, and your positioning. So the 3 important steps that you need to do is, take all your knowledge, package it up, right, into, whatever form of info product you're doing, and, add a unique mechanism to it. So, how are you different from the rest, right? What's your unique mechanism? I'm sure you've heard that a lot, and it is important, but especially when you're going into paid, if you don't have a unique mechanism and you are going into, a red ocean, trading, e-com, all of these niches, you are going to need a unique mechanism, and you are going to need specific things tailored to your ICP, right? Because if you're broad, yeah, it's, unless you're Iman Gadzhi, it's gonna be tough for you. So really make sure to have a unique mechanism. Number two, position it towards your ICP. So, choose the right angle to target your ICP. And then step number three, choose messaging that aligns with your ICP. So before running ads, you should know every single thing about your ICP. So make sure to choose the messaging that, aligns with them. Now, on the right here, I have this picture. I'm sure you've seen it quite a lot, but just in case, some of you have not seen it, basically this is how you want to craft a good offer. So you want dream outcome. Let's say how to make 10K a month. You want to time it with perceived likelihood of achievement. So it could be free live masterclass reveals how complete beginners are making 10K a month, right? That's perceived likelihood of achievement. You saying that beginners are making it. Now you divide that by time delay. So we can add in less than 30 days times effort and sacrifice. So, without, let's say it's a YouTube automation offer without showing their face, right? So that's how you would want to craft your offer. Now, obviously, this is just, a benchmark. You can run it by this, but obviously that's not all. You're going to need to sprinkle some goodness to it. But yeah, this is broad overview of that. Now, once you have all this, you're going to want to run it through this offer readiness checklist. So couple questions to ask yourself before you actually do run it, and just to make sure that your offer is actually good to go. Can you position your offer to a financially qualified demographic, right? The last thing you want to do is market for people that don't have money. You're going to just donate money to Zuck. You're not going to make any money, and it just sucks, right? So make sure that you can market this to a financially qualified demographic. Next up, does it stand out in the crowd? Red ocean, blue ocean. So again, try to identify in which ocean you are, and depending on that, obviously if you're in the red ocean, you're going to need a lot of uniqueness. If you're in blue ocean, it's going to be a little bit easier. You're going to walk away with little less dialed things, but obviously again, try to make it as good as possible, even if you are in blue ocean. Now, proof of concept with other offers. Have you seen other offers similar to you crushing it? Proof of concept with organic. Ideally, again, if you have organic, is it validated through organic? Now, by validation through organic, I don't just mean, you have to be making 50K a month before you get into ads, but rather, your offer is actually something people want. It's something that, people get results with. And, it is just something that people actually are excited about and, like to hear about on sales calls. And lastly, just, again, unique mechanism. I can't stress this enough. You need a unique mechanism. I'm sure you've heard it a couple of times, but especially with ads, again, you won't just run away with being broad, right? Because maybe if you're doing retargeting, it's still people that know you, but if you're going completely cold, people don't give a shit about you. So if you're doing how to make 10K a month with dropshipping, no one's gonna click on that because you're just another one of these. So now that you have your offer dialed, hopefully we go into step number three, which is how to actually create the webinar funnel. By the way, if you're an offer owner and you're serious about running webinars, but you don't want to do all this yourself and you'd just rather put it to someone who knows exactly what he's doing and just get everything done for you, you can apply down below. I'll leave a link to work directly with me. I'll basically build the entire funnel for you. I'll make sure your offer is good to be launched on paid ads. I'll build the entire funnel. I'll write the slides for you, etc., etc. If that sounds good, feel free to book a call. I have a guarantee if you don't make 50K per month minimum, we'll literally give you your money back. Your funnel is going to be done in 18 days. So if that sounds good, feel free to book a call down below. And yeah, let's get back to the video. So it's very simple. Step number one, you drive your traffic, whether paid or organic, into a registration page. Now with the registration pages, as you can see, I'm basically doing the same thing every single time. So it's just, a headline, subheadline. You can add a VSL. Sometimes I like to do a VSL, sometimes I don't. Then a countdown, call to action, what they're gonna learn about your host, lead magnet, and results. After they register, you send them to a thank you page. Now on the thank you page, you should have, again, a thank you page VSL, a button for them to add the event to their calendars. So that way, they don't forget, especially with ads, they are seeing a lot of things. They opt in for a lot of things. So you want to make sure to, add a little bit of friction here and have them do some stuff for it. Don't just thank them and let them go, right? So have them add it to their calendars, have them join a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group or a Facebook group, depending on, where your ICP likes to hang out. And basically with those channels, you're going to do the same thing as you would with email. So nurture them, send them some value, talk to them about scarcity, urgency of your offer, of your webinar, and you want to sell them on three things in, your emails. And these assets that you're going to be sending in the WhatsApp group. So yourself, number one, so they actually trust you, they like you. Number two, themselves, that they even believe that they can actually do it, especially if you have some new mechanism that they may have not heard about. You want to make sure that they actually believe that they can even do it, like normal people like them can do it. So you do that by showing results, testimonials of people similar to them. And lastly, the unique mechanism. So that your unique mechanism even works, right? So if you're in the real estate business, that your unique land flipping mechanism actually works, and why it is the best. Why is it better than Airbnb? Why is it better than wholesaling? This is what you do before the webinar through email, WhatsApp group, and also SMS. Can't stress this enough. Have SMS always. Don't penny pinch on that. SMS is really gonna double your show rate if you're not using it right now. So that's how you actually create the funnel. Now, on the actual funnel, we get into step number 4, which is how to actually convert. So this is the basic framework that you want to be doing with your webinar funnel. So step number 1, intro and report. You want to greet attendees warmly and just establish your personal credibilities, right? So you want to show congruency here as soon as possible, right? Straight as they come off from the funnel, from the emails, all that. You want to hop in and just reaffirm them that they're on the right spot and that you are the right person, right? And you are who you actually market yourself as, who was all in those emails, et cetera, right? So you want to show congruency straight away. Then going to step number 2, problem and promise. You want to highlight specific pains that they have and illustrate how your solution absolutely transforms lives, right? So here you show some testimonials, you show some people that their lives have been literally changed because of you. Step number 3, content and delivery. So here you teach those 3 to 5 strong pillars or steps that demonstrate your expertise and your methodology. So your unique mechanism, basically. Step number 4, social proof. Showcase varied testimonials to reinforce trust. You just want to sprinkle social proof throughout the entire presentation, right? Don't do this mistake where people just do it, at the beginning and all the way at the end before they pitch or after they pitch. That's, you just want to sprinkle it literally everywhere, right? So even after each pillar, after each, teaching step. So let's say it's a sales offer and, you're teaching about outreach. You show them right after that, teaching pillar, you include some testimonials, how people using this strategy have gotten this results, have landed their dream offers, et cetera, et cetera. Same way of, let's say you get to objections. Right after, you want to show how exactly, your students have used these objection techniques to land more deals, make more money, et cetera, et cetera. So sprinkle it throughout the entire thing. Don't just have it, in 2 spots. That's the number 1 mistake. Number 5, transition. So here you want to summarize learnings and invite them to see how everything ties together in your offer, right? So after all this value that you've provided them, they should be like, holy shit, you just gave me insane sauce. I love you, all that good stuff. But then you just want to, summarize and again, like bring them back to reality a little bit, because they, are on this high of, everything's amazing, everything sounds great. But, you want to bring them down a little bit to reality, show them why, even after consuming all this information, most people are going to fail because of X, Y, and Z, and why so many people decide to work with you because you solve this X, Y, and Z, right? So you want to bring some pain points. You want to tell them exactly why your students and why a lot of people decide to work with you, why working with you is the better option than, just walking away from this class and trying to do it themselves, right? Because they'll lose more money, lose more time, don't have accountability, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So after you do this transition, you offer your offer. So you present your high ticket solution with clarity, including all components and bonuses. You want to give them time limited bonuses that they only get on webinars. You want them to give that little nudge to them, on why they should take action. And number 7, close. Your reveal pricing, guarantee limited time incentives, and a strong CTA. Lastly, step number 8, Q&A and wrap up. So you address questions. Ideally, if you can, bring a student on the stadium, have him answer some questions. And it just shows more proof and credibility. It's not just you selling your program, but it's literally your students telling that, this guy's telling the truth, right? So bring a student on, restate the main benefits, and again, encourage action, right? You want to add some scarcity, urgency. Ideally, don't just do some stupid fake scarcity, right? Like, people are more sophisticated nowadays. So yeah, if you just keep repeating the exact same scarcity, it's just not good. Like, you're not gonna, be in the best light if you just keep spamming that. Obviously, does it work? It does, but you don't want to do it. Try to get some real urgency and scarcity in there if you can, right? So after your pitch, you have two options on how to actually collect money. So either if you're selling a higher ticket offer, you can send them to an application form. I just put my VSL page here, but for you, it would look like a an application form, a type form that qualifies them. If they're qualified, they get to book a call with your sales team. Which on that, it's not even going to be that crazy of a sales call because you've done most of your work on the webinar. So those calls should literally be just cash collecting calls. So if you've had troubles with leads coming to you on your calendar cold, not nurtured enough, not educated enough, this is a perfect funnel for you to run. To just make sure they come on warm enough to where they're ready to give you their credit cards. Step number two is if you are running a lower ticket offer where it doesn't make sense to involve a sales team and have commissions. I would say that's anywhere under $2,000. You can sell directly on the webinar. So in that way, you just send them straight to a sales page. Now with this sales page, don't do anything crazy. You literally have done most of the selling on the webinar, so you don't need any crazy selling on the sales page. And the last thing that you want to do is confuse your buyers, right? So just have a simple checkout, have a headline, have exactly what they get, offer stack, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, final step is follow up relentlessly, right? So after your webinar, you can do a couple things. So first things first, definitely have setters call all your registrants. Step number two, have email, SMS, obviously. Step number three, three, I'm not sure. You can either do a recording, which is what a lot of people do, or what you can even do is do like a little pop-up event where you're basically being like, hey, so many people have been messaging me that they couldn't make it. Because of that, I've decided to do another class, and you just do a different time, different day, and just get a bunch of people on again. You do the same thing again, and this will just result in more sales, right? So that's pretty much everything. If you are going to be running the book call, obviously you need a whole application funnel, automations, all that stuff. If you're newer to all this and some of the stuff I said might have been confusing, feel free to DM me if you need help with your VSL call funnel or something. I'm here to help you out. Anyways, this is all of those 4 steps to running a webinar. Now, if you think webinars might be the way for you and you want to run webinars yourself and maybe you don't want to do everything on your own, you can work directly with me on my done for you offer where I basically do every single thing that I mentioned for you. So I help you reposition your offer to make sure it's ready for cold. I do the entire launch sequence for you. I create your slides, I create your entire funnel, write your ads, and basically do everything completely done for you within 18 days. And if you don't make 50K minimum a month, we'll literally give you your money back. So if that sounds good and you'd like to work directly with me, I'll leave a link down below. You can book a call and we'll see what we can do for you. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.